One Radio Network. Buccaneers Pro Bowl guard Ali Marpet is coming off the best season of his career and says it was his last. The 28-year-old announced Sunday he's retiring after 7 seasons. Marpet was selected by Tampa in the second round of the 2015 draft. He started 111 games for the Bucs, won Super Bowl 55, and was selected to his first Pro Bowl this past year. Meantime, the NFL's competition committee is set to meet in Indianapolis this week to discuss several subjects, including a possible rule change that was a hot topic during the playoffs. According to NFL Network's Judy Battista, competition committee chairman Rich McKay said there is no question proposed changes to overtime will be brought up at the meeting. The Colts have submitted a proposal to guarantee each team an overtime possession. And be sure to catch the NFL Scouting Combine presented by Verizon beginning this Thursday on NFL Network. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations so you get the product you're looking for. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Taco Bell presents a get-out-of-bedtime story. It's time to wake up from this amazing dream, even though you're jet skiing on lemonade. How extreme! And oh, look at that, you just won the lottery. Is that a castle? Take the keys, it's your property. What's better than swimming in space? Just wait for the big reveal. It's Taco Bell breakfast and it's actually real. So it's time to wake up and bid your dreams farewell, because toasted breakfast burritos are waiting for you, only at Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell locations near you during breakfast hours only.
Well, I think somewhere along the way I did mention it is a Monday. It is the 28th day of February, 2022. It'd be the last day of the month. Boy, it just kind of flew on right by. If you blinked, you missed it, Gene.
No kidding. In fact, I just went by me right there.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Anyway. Let's see. Lots of things going on.
We'll talk about that in the news, some of it.
Yeah, somebody told me the fair starts this week.
Towards the end of the week is what I heard, too.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see if we can verify that. Anybody got Alan Phillips' number?
I have it. Best time to call him, I understand, is around 11 o'clock at night to 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
So, you've got the go ahead. It's clear.
Well, that's, this time of year, that's the only time he gets to sleep is between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m.
Yeah, and he really feels that he needs to communicate with the people. So there you go.
Okay. Let's see. What's going on? Well, let's see. Kim Kardashian is asking a court to grant her a divorce from rapper Kanye West, saying it's causing her emotional distress. Now, she claims he's putting a lot of crazy misinformation about their family and co-parenting on social media, which, of course, to me begs the question, who other than Kim didn't see this coming?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, two crazy people made for each other, right?
Yes, that's what I understand.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, you had a busy weekend, I can tell.
Yeah, busy weekend. And you know?
Yeah, we celebrated Sully Ardoff's birthday.
Okay.
And yesterday, I spent a good deal of time working on my taxes.
Oh, the joy. That's what you were looking forward to. So now you're started and, wow.
Yes.
What can I say? It's exciting. It's exciting to give the government your money.
Yes, and today all I see are numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just shake them all up. Get all your receipts, put them in a brown paper bag like you do every year.
Yes.
And fold it, staple it, put it in an envelope that probably is a little bit too small for it, and send it.
Yeah, just mail it to the IRS. Here, you figure it out.
Yeah, and then call me. Give me a call.
Yes. Okay, how about some birthdays today?
That sounds like a plan.
Sam the Sham, Sam Zamudio, is 85. Actor Kelly Bishop is 78. Actor Stephanie Beecham is 75. Actor Mercedes Rule, 74. Actor Bernadette Peters, 74. Actor Eileen Groff is 73. Gilbert Gottfried, is 67. And he's still working. Yeah. Actor John Turturro is 65. Singer Sidney Wilson of the B-52s is 65. Actor Ray Dawn Chong is 61. That's daughter of Chong of Cheech and Chong fame. Yeah. Actor Maxine Bonds is 53. Actor Robert Sean Leonard, 53. Author Lemony Snicket. My girls read all of the books. Real name Daniel Handler. Is 52 today. Actor Tasha Smith, 51. Actor Rory Cochran is 50. Actor Ali Larter, 46. Actor Jeffrey Arend is 44. Actor Melanie Chandra, 38. Actor Michelle Horn, 35. Actor True O'Brien is 28. Not to be confused with Hugh O'Brien. Actor Madison Beatty, 27. Actor Quinn Shepard, 27. And actor Bobby J. Thompson, 26, local birthdays coming up. I've got a suggestion. Why don't you take a short trip to the Peanut Patch in Yuma? The Peanut Patch. Well, it's so much more than peanuts. Yeah, it's a great place to visit. You can spend the better part of a day there if you want, and you'll find the Peanut Patch with many homemade chocolates. They offer fresh English toffee, plain or covered in milk chocolate, pecan turtles that are to die for, made from scratch with a special recipe. You'll love their yogurt-covered peanuts, raisins, and almonds. So many great things available at the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Now, the Peanut Patch is open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. Yuma time. They are closed on Sunday. And if you want to get to the Peanut Patch, I would suggest you Google Peanut Patch. Yeah, just Google the Peanut Patch. You'll get directions. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. What a great way to spend a day. Well, let's say happy birthday to Alan Heald, Isela Bittman, Alicia Equija, Madison Rose Vasquez, Leticia Galindo, Delilah Hawk, Sean Paul Ray, Carla Lopez, Nicola Hernandez, Karen Petty, Ricardo Urrutia, husband Natalio Romero, and wife Olivia Romero, Jesse Anaya Sr., Claudia Morales, Lupita Madrid, Pam Beltran, Alex Jimenez, Arnold Valencia, David Segredo, Jaleesa Hernandez, Jesse Cardoza, Julie Pegram, Marie May Osuna, Sally Castillo, Wayne Wong, Effie Butler, Marissa Macias. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay, just got them into the month of February.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So we've got news. Look at World and California news. We've got local news. We've got sports. We got all sorts of good things.
We
right?
have weather. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We have weather, so stay with us.
Yeah.
Don't go away.
We'll start off with a look at World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. Kind of twixt and tween right now. Do you need the heater? Do you need the air conditioner? Well, if you're having issues, talk to your friends in the business at Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
CBS News special report. Meeting in a rare emergency session this hour, the UN General Assembly convened over Russia's invasion of Ukraine.
Today I renew my call for an immediate ceasefire, for all parties to exercise maximum restraint and for a full return to diplomacy and dialogue.
Assembly President Abdullah Shahid, the U.S. has slapped new sanctions on Russia and is shuttering its embassy in Russian ally Belarus.
A voluntary departure of non-emergency employees and family members has been authorized. Secretary of State Blinken said they took the steps due to security and safety issues stemming from the Russian attack on Ukraine.
CBS's Cammie McCormick. Americans in Russia are being told to get out while commercial flights are still available, with more countries closing their airspace to Russian operators. International sanctions imposed over the weekend are starting to bite in Moscow.
The Russian currency, the ruble, is tanking.
Fordham University's Beth Noble, also a former CBS bureau chief. CBS News Special Report. I'm Vicki Barker.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news: Ukrainians in California on edge.
Actually, as we speak, my city is being attacked by Russian forces. They hear bombs, they hear the explosions, they hear shots every single time. I get any messages. We are terrified.
Several more demonstrations showing support for Ukraine in the state over the weekend in L.A., San Francisco, and Sacramento, among others. The state's law enforcement community mourning another fallen officer over the weekend. Salinas police officer Jorge Alvarado shot to death during a traffic stop Friday night. Salinas Mayor Kimberly Craig.
The death of a Salinas police officer in the line of duty has not occurred in nearly 80 years. I cannot express the magnitude, the heaviness, the sadness.
The police chief saying Officer Alvarado fought his attacker until the end, allowing fellow officers to get the suspect into custody. Warming to the mid-80s in Los Angeles today, mid-70s in Sacramento. Moisture possible later in the week. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. You've got a friend in the business. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
I never chose to become a gambling addict, but what I did choose was to get help from a professional counselor. Admitting I was powerless to solve my problem, that opened the doors. I thought I was beyond repair until I called 1-800-GAMBLER and was provided life-changing resources and referrals at zero cost to me.
For no-cost gambling addiction counseling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text SUPPORT to 53342. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
I need 4 more of the biscuit carnitas, 2 burnt end platters, 3...
The kitchen at Kai's Barbecue is firing on all cylinders.
Greg, help me bring this to the pickup counter.
He needs food runners who can hit the ground quickly.
86 on the chicken and we're short-staffed. Let's pick it up.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
It's page 1 of the local news. Page 1, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. El Centro Motors in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 in Julia Drive, and now a new location in the Imperial Valley Mall.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Monday morning, a juvenile altercation. It was reported at 1:30 Friday afternoon. A call to Brawley Police Emergency Dispatch Center reported multiple juveniles involved in a physical altercation that began at Donut Avenue on E Street. It eventually concluded near Johnny Barino's in Brawley. While officers were being dispatched, additional information was received from multiple callers that juveniles were seen running around the area and multiple gunshots were heard. As officers arrived on the scene, juveniles began to disperse, and a juvenile suffering minor injuries was located. Officials said the injuries sustained by the juvenile were not related to a firearm. Officers requested medical aid for the juvenile and began communicating potential suspect information to responding officers and instructions to secure local schools as a precaution for public safety. Multiple videos of the incident have surfaced, and the police are still attempting to confirm whether a weapon was discharged or not. An active investigation is underway, and police investigators are encouraging anyone with information to please contact the Brawley Police Department. El Centro police are investigating a hit-and-run accident that occurred about 1:30 Saturday. 2006 Ford Mustang knocked down a street sign, destroyed a fence, and smashed into a tree. The accident happened at 8th and Woodward. The car landed in the front yard after rolling over. The Mustang sustained major damage. The driver was seen fleeing the scene on foot. KXO News Time 7:43.
It's time for The Works. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center suggests The Works. It includes tire rotation and pressure check, brake inspection, fluid top-off, battery test, check the belts and hoses, and a synthetic blend oil change with up to 6 quarts of oil and filter. You can't beat The Works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, at El Centro Motors, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall. And right now at the Quick Lane Imperial Valley Mall location, The Works, just $49.95.
In other local news, a tractor-trailer rig flipped over Friday afternoon. According to the California Highway Patrol, the big rig flipped on its side at about 12:30 p.m. on the northbound on-ramp from Orchard Road to westbound Interstate 8. According to the CHP, an estimated 75 gallons of diesel, coolant, and motor oil spilled from the wreck, creating a hazardous material spill. The on-ramp was closed while the hazardous materials were cleared from the roadway. No injuries were reported. And finally, yes, there was an earthquake earlier this morning, just before 4 a.m., measured 3.3 on the Richter scale, and was centered in the Alito, Sonora in Mexico. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Let's talk about it. Bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to KXO AM 1230 at 7 a.m. or on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to KXORadio.com for a podcast of the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
Page 2 of the local news and weather brought to you by the Town Pump in Westmoreland. Open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30, and by Brownie's Diner in Brawley. Open every day, 7 a.m. till 3 p.m.
Taking a look at further local news, a geothermal plant near Heber has caught fire. Fire at the geothermal facility on Fitzer Road was reported late Friday night and quickly accelerated to a 4th alarm. Heavy smoke was seen as firefighters fought the blaze well into the morning. Fitzer Road is closed between Jasper and Fawcett Road. There are no reports yet as to the extent of damage. Cause of the fire remains under investigation. Authorities are investigating a stabbing that occurred Saturday night in El Centro. Police were notified of a man in front of a local business who was bleeding heavily. Police, fire, and ambulance crews responded. El Centro Regional Medical Center was notified that the victim would be transported to the hospital so that an air ambulance could use the helipad to transport the man to UC San Diego for treatment, but the victim apparently died before the transfer could be made. Investigators have been questioning possible witnesses to the assault. El Centro police are investigating an early Sunday morning accident. At about 1:45 a.m., El Centro Dispatch received a report of a single vehicle accident at 4th and Broadway. On arrival, officers found a Nissan Altima on its side, but no driver or passengers. Apparently, all the occupants of the car fled the scene. Officers contacted the local hospital to see if any people had shown up at the emergency room with injuries consistent with an automobile accident at either facility, and nobody was found. The accident remains under investigation. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
When you're ready for great home-style cooking, there are 2 locations for the best in the Imperial Valley. Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., featuring delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including menudo, liver and onions, and meatloaf. The Town Pump in Westmoreland is open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30 p.m., specializing in delicious prime ribs, steaks, chicken, salmon, and lobster. So for a great dining experience, visit Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, and the Town Pump in Westmoreland.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, warmer weather is forecast for much of this week as high pressure dominates across the southwestern United States. The Imperial and Yuma valleys will see high temperatures well into the 80s by the middle of the week. Another pattern change will usher in cooler temperatures by the weekend. Little to no rain is forecast for the next 7 days. 71 our high yesterday, 42 the low. Cloudy through mid-morning, then gradual clearing today with a high near 82. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming north this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 50. West-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour. Tomorrow, sunny with a high near 87. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then becoming south. And right now downtown, 50 degrees, 29% relative humidity, wind out of the west, 5 to 7 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news has been brought to you by Brownie's Diner in Brawley, open every day, and by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30. The Town Pump, Imperial Valley's fine dining experience. Coming up, we've got a look at sports. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. And it's sports time, brought to you by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, open Tuesday through Saturday. No, it's brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NBA action, the Pelicans pounded the Lakers 123-95. Don't blame LeBron. Yeah, the Lakers organization, they've got big issues on top. Meanwhile, the 76ers rolled over the Knicks 125-109. Jazz jumped on the Suns 118-114. Pacers beat up on the Celtics 128-107. Pistons nipped the Hornets 127-126 in overtime. Clippers edged the Rockets 99-98. Mavericks beat the Warriors 107-101. And the Nuggets trumped the Trailblazers 124-92.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, Kyle Larson held off Austin Dillon and Daniel Suarez and picked up the NASCAR win at Fontana over the weekend. Rafael Nadal said earlier in the week that he wasn't aware of his career statistics. Well, he might take a look now. The 35-year-old Spaniard defeated Cameron Norrie 4-4 to win the Mexican Open and extend his career best start for a season to 15-0 as he won his 91st ATP title. And Tampa Bay Buccaneers Pro Bowl guard Ali Marpet has announced he's going to retire. Marpet is just 28 years old. He finished off his first Pro Bowl season and considered one of the best on the Buccaneers offensive line. He said he made the decision due to concerns for his overall health. And taking a look at Major League Baseball, will they? Won't they? Hard to say right now. The owners and the players are meeting. Yeah. And had a full day of conversation yesterday, but remain far apart on any kind of an agreement. And, well, they're getting awful close to the deadline. Find it hard to feel sorry for either side in this one. I feel sorry for the fan because now you're going to pay $150 for one ticket and $38 for a beer. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
The Outdoor California Midwinter Fair is headed your way March 4th through the 13th, presented by One World Beef. Tickets for the fair are now available for online sale for the duration of the fair. On March 4th, tickets also will be available for purchase at the gate. Tickets can be purchased through a link on the fair's webpage at ivyfairgrounds.com. Admission has been reduced to $8 for adults, $6 for children and seniors. Don't miss 10 days of fun outside at the California Midwinter Fair and Fiesta.
Financial news and a brief look at the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan fingerprinting to the public. The Dow and every other board down except gold and oil are both up. Go figure. U.S. stocks tumbled, oil prices surged, as Wall Street is increasingly concerned about the consequences of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Right now, the Dow off 267 points at 33,792. The S&P 500 off 22 points at 43,63. The NASDAQ just turned green, up 40 points at 13,737. Gold up $22.50 an ounce. Oil up $3.53 a barrel. According to Goldman Sachs, oil prices likely to spike at $115 a barrel in the coming weeks, and other major commodities like wheat, palladium, and European natural gas will rise sharply in the aftermath of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. In other news in the world of high finance, Facebook's parent Meta said today it has caught dozens of fake pro-Russian accounts, groups, and pages across its platforms trying to spread anti-Ukrainian propaganda as the war continues to rage. Meta's takedown of the influence campaign also coincided with what company officials described as a separate, intensified push by pro-Russian hackers to compromise the social media accounts of Ukrainian journalists, military leaders, and government officials. The hacking campaign, attributed to an actor security researchers have named Ghostwriter, appears to have succeeded with at least some of the Facebook accounts, according to Meta.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
It will be cloudy through mid-morning, then gradual clearing with a high near 82. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming north this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 50. West-northwest wind around 7 miles an hour. And Tuesday, sunny with a high near 87. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then becoming south. And looking ahead, Friday, it'll be sunny with a high near 75. Saturday, sunny with a high near 76. Sunday, a high near 74. Perfect, fair weather. Right now, downtown, we've jumped to 54 degrees, 26% relative humidity. Wind is coming out of the west at 5 to 7 miles per hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil in El Centro.
At Burgers and Beer, we want to make your every visit a great visit. We want you to have great service. We want your taste buds to dance with happiness and your thirst to be quenched. We want you to enjoy great sports and great music. But most of all, we want you to enjoy your friends, your family, your date, your business meal, your party, your mom, your dad, and even Aunt Karen. At Burgers and Beer, we're all about you. 5 locations to serve you: El Centro, Yuma, Temecula, La Quinta, and Rancho Mirage.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
The Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by the Exogen Temporal Scanner.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. A rare emergency meeting of the UN General Assembly has begun in New York to discuss whether to condemn Russia for invading Ukraine. It began with a moment of silence for Ukraine and a call for an immediate ceasefire from Secretary General Antonio Guterres.
The fighting in Ukraine must stop. It's raging across the country from air, land, and sea. It must stop now.
There is an urgent call for Americans to leave the region. Correspondent Cammie McCormick has the details.
The State Department has just suspended operations at the embassy in Minsk in Belarus. A voluntary departure of non-emergency employees and family members has been authorized. Secretary of State Blinken said they took the steps due to security and safety issues stemming from the Russian attack on Ukraine. The U.S. Embassy in Moscow is also urging Americans to leave Russia immediately as more and more airlines cancel flights.
Russian and Ukrainian delegations did meet for talks in Belarus today. At the same time, Ukraine announced at least 11 people had been killed and others wounded in Russian shelling in eastern Kharkiv. Correspondent Charlie D'Agata is in Kyiv.
The Ukrainian delegation is demanding an immediate ceasefire. Ukraine's army says it fought off several attempts by Russian forces to storm the outskirts of the capital overnight. But generally speaking, it's been a lot quieter here in the city than in the past few nights.
Hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians are trying to escape Russian forces. CBS's Chris Livesay is in Poland's border city, Medyka.
It's a bottleneck. Cars, buses, trucks, all lined up for miles. Some carry children, some carry
pets, just anything they could grab in a hurry. Most people here are women and children. Men of fighting age have been ordered to stay in Ukraine, possibly to fight in this new conflict between Putin and the West.
Here in the U.S., the first trial stemming from the January 6th attack is getting underway. Correspondent Scott McFarland from Washington.
Guy Reffitt of the Dallas area is accused of charging at police while having that gun on his waistband. He's facing charges of unlawful transport of a firearm in furtherance of civil disorder and obstructing the work of the U.S. Congress.
A new scientific report finds human-caused climate change is harming Earth faster than we can adapt. Hans Otto Portner co-chairs the research group.
There is a brief and rapidly closing window to secure a livable future on the planet.
Experts say life in some places is quickly reaching the point where it will be too hot for species to live there. Dow down 259. This is CBS News.
Fever is the #1 COVID symptom, so be safe with an accurate thermometer. Only Exergen is proven accurate in more than 100 studies. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Exergen would like you to know about an important study just released by the FDA. It confirms what the medical community has known all along. Non-contact thermometers are not accurate. The study also reports that they fail to meet FDA requirements for accuracy in labeling. We can't afford to tolerate the rampant false temperature readings from non-contact thermometers. Accurate temperature measurements are essential. You need Exergen thermometers because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
And now a message from Puffs Tissues. It's that time of year when spring's in full swing and explosions of life make allergies really zing. Each sniffle and swipe can be a moment of dread as ordinary tissues make noses angry and red. So keep Puffs by your side to soften all your blows. With Air Puff Magic, they'll cushion your nose. Especially during allergy season, a nose in need deserves Puffs indeed.
A movie about a deaf family wins top prize at the SAG Awards.
The actor goes to Coda.
CBS's Monica Rick says Ukraine was top of mind.
Hamilton star Leslie Odom Jr. kicked off the show with this message.
And while tonight is a celebration, we are all at the same time holding a place in our hearts for the people of Ukraine.
Best Actor winner Michael Keaton and SAG President Fran Drescher made similar statements.
I would like to extend prayers to the people of Ukraine.
Succession's Brian Cox went to bat for Russian artists who oppose the invasion. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
Another musician is cashing in. This time, Neil Diamond has sold his songwriting rights and recordings to Universal. The music group hasn't announced financial terms, but the deal includes 110 unreleased tracks and an unreleased album. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Not just at Christmas, not just when it's convenient, not just when you remember. All year long, Imperial Valley Food Bank is feeding the hungry because hunger is a year-round problem. Help the Imperial Valley Food Bank be the solution. Visit ivfoodbank.org. Be part of the solution.
CBS News presented by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
I turn it on in the morning and I leave it on all day.
AM 1230.
My music station.
KXO.
1230.